Morning, everybody. We're going to be talking about our Math 98 course and how we're going to handle different due dates and just some things that I think it's important that you know about the course. So let's just do some introductions. First of all, my name is Valerie Cox. I am your instructor for this mini term. I am the director of our STAR Institute, which is our Student Tutoring and Academic Resource Institute. I have offices on each campus because we have tutoring centers on each campus. So you'll see I've got a Chastain office. I have a Chastain office. And I have a Huntsville office. My pen is wanting to be slow. Chastain, I'm on the second floor of the Student Center, and in Huntsville, I'm just off of the Student Center in the Sparkman building. That's the building in the back, across from the bookstore. My office number rings in both offices, so if you ever need to get in touch with me by phone, you can try my office. Easiest way to get in touch with me usually is by email, so you see my email there. And again, I switch off between campuses. So in Decatur, I try to be there on Mondays and Wednesdays. In Huntsville, I try to be there on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Always you can email me or text me using Remind. Remind is a texting app that I use. You have instructions in your first week or your first few days task list in the announcements on Blackboard on how to join Remind. On Fridays, it's a toss-up. It depends on where I might have meetings. All right, so here's some things that I think are important. First of all, Blackboard is your friend. You need to get into Blackboard and you need to become very familiar with Blackboard, not just for my class, but for all classes, all of your classes. So you're going to go into Blackboard, you're going to click on course, and then you're going to click on my course, which will be the Math 98. And then you're going to explore my course information tab first. You're going to see announcements there. Announcements, I post in a mini term quite a few announcements throughout the week because I like to remind you of due dates that are coming up, what's going on. But you're going to see that first. You're going to see announcements first. So the first thing you need to look for is your first week list of tasks to do. And in that, you're going to go into your course information tab. Now, in the course information tab, you're going to see your syllabus, which is something you need to print off. You're going to see your calendar. You need to print that off. That's a good thing to print off so you can see all the due dates. You'll see more information about myself. I'm going to post this orientation video in there in course information. So there's quite a bit of information, just general information about the course. Okay, that's what you'll find in course information. Then under the content tab, this will be your course materials for assignments. And in there you will find videos, the learning outcomes for each chapter, things like that in the content tab. Now in Math 98 and then also in Math 100, for those of you that are following on and taking 100, we use Alex for our homework assignments. Alex is a software that we use. All of your homework is in Alex. All of your tests are in Alex. If you want to create some worksheets, you can do those in Alex. So the main bulk of your work is done inside Alex. Your final exam is going to be in Alex. So it's very important that we get the correct materials. Okay, so that leads me to this textbook. Now, most of you are going to be following me into 100, the second mini. So what you need to get is an 18-week Alex code. You can get that at the bookstore, but I also want you to get the Miller, O'Neill, and Hyde workbook for beginning and intermediate algebra. The ISBN for the Alex code is right here. The ISBN for the workbook is right here. We used to have those bundled together, but they're not bundled at this time. So you will go to the bookstore. You can get each of these at the bookstore if you want to. You could order the workbook online I'm told that that could be found online. I need to look and see if I can find some resources for you to order online if you want to. But you have the opportunity to order that online. Your code you could get straight from Alex if you would like to, or you can purchase it from the bookstore if you're using your financial aid for your materials. Then it would be best to get them both from the bookstore, or from the bookstore across the street in Decatur. There's like an off-campus bookstore there. So Alex is the software. It's important that you get that 18-week code. That 18-week code will take you all the way through Math 98, all the way through 100. Now, if you are sitting in this class and you need 100 and you're not signed up for the 100 that I have for my second mini, then probably we need to have a discussion, because if you need to take 100, we're going to try and get you in that class. Right now it's full, but we'll see what we can do about if you are wanting to take the 100, then we could get all the way through. And then your 18-week course, 18-week code is fine for both of those. So again, we complete all our homework on the computer. It's in Alex. It's in and you access Alex through Blackboard. So here's the thing. If you email me and tell me you need a course code for Alex, that means that you did not go through Blackboard to get to Alex. You need to go through Blackboard to get to Alex. And I have a button on the left-hand side in Blackboard that says Alex Assignments. And that's how you will access Alex. I'll talk more about Alex in a little while. FYI, I saw this email come out last week. If you are on financial aid, you can charge your materials in the store between Wednesday and the 28th, which is, gosh, let's see, that's a Saturday. So a week and a half just about you've got to be able to, you can charge your materials to your student loan or your Pell Grant. If you're ordering online, you have until the 25th to do that. So take advantage of that. If you are on financial aid and you need to get your materials for all your classes, you're able to charge, because they go in and they verify that you've got financial aid, and you're able to do that. So be sure you pay attention to that. All right, here is my grading plan. I have homework, your Alex Pie work, your homework assignments count 35%. We're going to have some discussions in this course that are going to count 5%, and that's going to be kind of a participation, but we'll have a discussion in there. We're going to have 2 exams, 35%. We're going to have a final exam that's 25%, and that will make up your 100% of your grade. The grading scale for this course is the same as on campus, 90 to 100, 80 to 89, so on. You can read that. All right, my specific attendance policy. Now, we are an online class, but we are a mini term, and so these things are going to go very, very quickly. I will look every Sunday night, and I will see what your progress is in Alex. If I find that you're not making enough progress and you're not spending enough time in Alex, then I'll count you absent. Now, there are some things this first week that you are going to have to complete. And in the announcement, you're going to look for that announcement about the first week of class, your checklist. So announcement, look at the checklist, and look for things that I say required. Okay, if it says required, then you need to get that done for your attendance this first week, especially if you're on financial aid. Expect to spend about 10 hours a week working on this class, because if you are working less than that, then you're liable to not make your due dates. And again, this is a mini term, and so it's going to go quick, quick, quick. Makeup policy. It's important that you communicate with me. I am big on communication, and I give you lots of options for communication. So if you're going to miss a due date on a homework, or you're going to miss a test for some reason, and this could be a variety of reasons, again, with COVID going on, it could be something as far as, you're getting sick, or a family member is sick. The key is you have got to communicate with me so that I know these things. And I'm happy to work with you, but if you've got to let me know. Where can you get help? Well, of course, I want you to come to me first of all. I am your first line of defense for when you need help. Okay, and again, I'm giving you many opportunities to contact me. So come to me for help. If you are confused, if you don't understand, it doesn't have to be about math. It could be about a variety of things, but I want you to come and see me or contact me. Your next line of defense is to use Star Institute because I have some wonderful tutors. I hired them myself, and they are very good in Math 98. So we're going to be able to schedule appointments if you would like to. And on our website, calhoun.edu/star, you can go in there and it will show you how to make an appointment. What you do is you go in through your My Calhoun and you look for the Star Institute logo. And you click on that and it walks you through how to make an appointment with a tutor. I've got some great ones. Don't only use them for math. Of course, you know, I'm talking about math this whole time. I've got tutors in all my subjects pretty much. There are a few quirky ones that I don't have tutors in right now, but we have other options for those. But you need help with a paper, contact Star Institute. I'm telling you, we're here to help. So I've got Star Institute on the Decatur campus. I've got Star Institute on the Huntsville campus, and I have Star Institute online. So you're going to be looking at, and I should put, this should be not Tutor Track, but it's called Track Cloud. We have upgraded to a new system, and it's called Track Cloud. It opens up on Tuesday before classes start, so it'll go live. We're going to be making a new video on how to make an appointment. For now, I think you're going to see the steps when you click on it. You can schedule a virtual appointment. So we have on-campus appointments that you can attend if you want to come on campus and get help. We have virtual appointments that you can attend if you need help and you don't want to come to campus. I've got many options. Tutor.com, when Star is not open, so like very late at night, so late nights and weekends, I have a program called Tutor.com that's also in Blackboard. You can access it through your Blackboard shell. They are tutors that don't work for me. They work for Tutor.com, but they are also very proficient, and they can help you on the times when Star is not open. Okay, this is our academic integrity policy. I also have a link to it in your first week announcements. I want you to read through this. I want you to think about it. This is an online class. There are many ways to cheat in an online class. I'm fully aware of that. I do not require video proctoring during tests, but I expect you to be on your honor and to do what you're supposed to do, because once you get past my class, you may be in somebody's class that requires the online, the video testing. So just keep that in mind. Just because you get one through one class, you may have it in another class and it'll come back and burn you. So it's important that you take ownership of your education and you do the right thing. In the first week announcement, I also have you read this and send me an email just giving me your thoughts. Withdrawal policy. First of all, talk to me if you talk to me first before you withdraw. We'll see if we can work something out, figure something out, maybe move. A mini term is very, very quick. We may be able to move you into a full term 098 if you are going to have issues, you think, with the timing of the mini term, because I completely understand 8 weeks is going to fly by. So if it's too much, you need to let me know, and you need to let me know early on. So see me before you're going to withdraw. You know, talk to me about it. The last day we can withdraw from this course, since it's a mini term, is September 28th. All right, let's talk a little bit about Alex. What is Alex? So Alex is the software tool we're going to be using to complete all of our assignments. There's a link in Blackboard. Again, it says Alex Assignments. You'll click on that, and that will take you into Alex. You can also access Alex with alex.com, but I like you to get into Alex through Blackboard because that just helps me out. If you've used Alex before, so if you're repeating 098, your code should still be good. Email me if you have a code. So email me if that's the case. If you're repeating 098 for any reason, and we'll check your code. I can see when it would expire, and you could use your old username and log in when you first get in through Blackboard. For new users, you're going to complete a registration process the first time you log in. So I have instructions that you can pull up. In that first week announcement, I've got a link. It just kind of walks you through the process. It's not real hard. You fill out some information with your A number and that kind of thing. You can get your code. I'm going to give you a 2-week code that's good for 14 days from the time that you log in, or in the time that you open up Alex. It's good for 14 days. So it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to get that permanent code from the bookstore. So there's no excuse to not get the first things that I need you to do in Alex done these first few days. There's no excuse because you've got a free code you can use. All right, so a little bit about Alex. Alex is adaptive. So it's not like you're going to have a homework assignment that has 15 problems and then you're done with that particular section. It is adaptive. So Alex has you earn your topics. The first thing you'll do is you'll complete an initial knowledge check, and that has to be done within the first 3 or 4 days of class because this is part of one of those required elements. Okay? And so what an initial knowledge check is it's a pretest. So if some of you have had algebra before, you may remember some things about algebra. You may not remember anything about algebra. But if you do remember, you're going to get credit for any prior knowledge that you remember. So when you are taking this initial knowledge check, you are free to use a calculator, but do not use any outside sources to help you with the initial knowledge check because it's just going to mess up your homework setup for later on. So just use a calculator, pencil and paper, sit down, take the initial knowledge check. Do not be discouraged if you just get 1 or 2 topics. That is fine. You may get 15 topics. That is great. Everyone's going to be different on this initial knowledge check. So it's just going to give you credit if you know some algebra topics before you come in. But the thing is, with Alex, what you're going to do is you're going to work problems 2 and 3 times to earn them in your pie. And I'll show you kind of what that looks like in just a minute. The thing is with Alex is you cannot procrastinate because then you'll get behind and it's hard to stay on task. So I have set up the course where we can finish it in 8 weeks. You can do it, but you're going to have to be motivated and you can't procrastinate. Okay, how to log into Alex. There's detailed instructions in my first announcement in Blackboard. Click on that link and you can pull up that document. By logging in through Blackboard, you will not need a course code. Hope everyone hears that. If you need the 14-day financial aid code to get started, here is that code. And that is good for 14 days. You still need to go buy your 18-week code from the bookstore. If you have questions as you're trying to log in, be sure and email me. I'm here. I'm here to help you. Okay, after you've taken the initial knowledge check, okay, so this is after. This is take your initial knowledge check. That's your little pretest. You're going to get a pie, and it's going to have different colors on it. Your number may say 2 here in the middle, and that's all. And that's fine because that's just telling you that we're going to learn the rest of these topics over the next 8 weeks, and you're going to fill in that pie. And that's how Alex works. It's very visual, so you can at any time go to your pie and you can see how you're doing as far as filling it in. By the end of the 8 weeks, middle of October, this is going to be a nice, pretty, colorful pie. Once you're into Alex and it goes through and it shows you some things, it explains about your pie, that kind of thing. The way you'll get into homework is you'll go and you'll see a page that says Start My Path. After after this initial log in and getting into homework, it will say continue my path. And then you'll just click on it. Alex puts you where you need to be working on homework. There are some things over here, and I'm going to send out an Alex tutorial as well, so a quick video where you can watch it. But over here on the left, it tells you what chapter you're working on, how many topics you've got, and when it's due. So you can always kind of keep up with Alex that way as well. So once you click on Start Your Path, what Alex does is it sends you, just like if you were in a textbook, to a textbook page kind of explaining the problem you're about to work. You can read this. You can take it for what it's worth. It's up to you. You can move on. Once you're ready to start your own problems, you're going to click here and you're going to click Start, and that will take you to your own problems. But over here on the right-hand side, here are some options for you. You could watch a video if you wanted to. Instead of reading this page, you could watch a video about that problem. This is another textbook page. This is a dictionary if you don't understand some of the words that are on the page. This is an email. It will email the problem directly to me if you have questions. You could print if you wanted to. But what I have had students doing is use Remind, which everyone's going to have to join. That's one of your required elements. Use Remind, take a picture of a problem that you're worried about, and then send it to me. Most of the time I'm sitting at home in the evenings, watching TV, that kind of thing. And if it pops up that you have a question, then I'll sit there. I've got paper and pencil on my coffee table, and I'll work something, and I'll get you started. I'll have you maybe show me what you're trying to do, and then I will send you back a text with a picture. So I'm very open to that in the evenings and on the weekends. I am pretty much available, and if I'm somewhere where I can't answer, I will let you know that I'll get back to you. So the key is to be sure and ask questions. So again, here's my contact information where you can email me or call me if if you're on campus or you want to come to my office. You can there's my email address. We're going to have review sessions on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock every single week, so you can hop on and ask questions there. I'll have more about that as we get into the course, but I'm going to have an orientation session this first week on Tuesday night and on Wednesday night, so you can come in and you can pop in and you can hear all of this again, or you can hear it for the first time. I'm going to be going through the same things, but the key is you need to attend one of those so you can get credit for that. Again, join Remind so you can text me, because that's the easiest way to get a hold of me. Directions are on that first week announcement. So as you can see, it's very important that you contact me, stay in communication with me. I will stay in communication with you because I will be sending you reminders of due dates and things like that. So it's just real important for you to know that I'm open. I'm here to help you. We are going to get through Math 98. And hopefully most of you will be with me through Math 100 through the end, through December, and we'll move on and we'll get these two knocked out, and it'll be a great, great semester. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Bye-bye.